Hey everybody, it's Vivo. Let's talk guitar. Join me as I take on the challenge of mastering some insane guitar tricks that are guaranteed to blow your mind. We're diving deep into the world of fretboard pyrotechnics, exploring techniques that'll make you the guitar hero of your dreams. Today I'm excited to share with you some mind-blowing guitar tricks that can elevate any player's skills and impress their friends. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced guitarist, these tricks are sure to take your playing to the next level. Okay, so let's dive in and take a look at our first trick. This one is called the tapping arpeggio, and it's a real showstopper. You hear it all over the place in modern rock and metal. It's one of those techniques that separates the mortals from the gods, you know what I'm saying? To start, you'll need to place your hands in a specific position on the fretboard. Now, there's no right way to finger tap an arpeggio. It's all about what sounds good and what's comfortable for you. Experiment with different fingerings and see what works best. From there, it's all about coordination. You'll need to tap the strings with both hands in a smooth, flowing motion. Think about it like your fingers are little hammers, and the strings are piano keys. You want to hit the notes with precision and clarity. It takes a little practice, but trust me, it's worth it. This trick adds a whole new level of complexity and interest to even the simplest chords. And once you get it down, you can start experimenting with different rhythms and patterns. Next up, we have the legato slide. This one is all about smooth, seamless transitions between notes. It's a technique that's been used by everyone from Jimi Hendrix to Stevie Ray Vaughan, and it's a great way to add some soul to your playing. You'll start by playing a note, then sliding up to the next note without picking it. The key here is to use your fretting hand to create a smooth, gliding sound. You don't want to hear any string noise or choppy transitions. It's a great way to add some virtuosity to your solos, and it's actually pretty easy to master. Just remember to use a light touch and let the notes flow into each other. Just remember to focus on your finger independence and make sure you're using the right amount of pressure on the strings. You don't want to press down too hard or you'll choke the sound, and you don't want to press down too lightly or the notes won't ring out. Chapter 3. Our third trick is the harmonic sweep. This one is a real crowd pleaser, and it's easier to learn than you might think. It's a technique that's often used in metal and shred guitar, but it can also be used to create some really cool atmospheric effects. Essentially, you'll be sweeping your pick across the strings in a smooth, flowing motion, using the harmonics to create a beautiful, bell-like sound. The key here is to find the sweet spot on the string where the harmonic will ring out. It's usually right above the fret, but it might take a little experimentation to find it. It's a great way to add some texture and interest to your rhythm playing, and it's sure to impress your friends. And once you get the hang of it, you can start experimenting with different picking patterns and rhythms. Chapter 4. And finally, we have the chromatic run. This one is a real challenge, but it's also incredibly rewarding. It's a technique that's used in all sorts of genres, from classical to jazz to rock. Essentially, you'll be playing a series of fast chromatic notes in a smooth, flowing motion. The key here is to keep your fingers close to the fretboard and use a light touch. You want the notes to sound as smooth and connected as possible. It takes a lot of practice, but trust me, it's worth it. This trick is sure to take your soloing to the next level, and it's a great way to add some tension and release to your playing. And once you get it down, you can start experimenting with different speeds and rhythms. Chapter 5. But of all the tricks we've looked at so far, there's one that really stands out as the most impressive. It's the tapping arpeggio, and it's a real game changer. When you combine this trick with a few simple chord changes, you can create some truly mind-blowing music. Just imagine playing a beautiful, complex progression with one hand, while tapping out a lightning-fast arpeggio with the other. It's a real showstopper, and it's sure to impress even the most seasoned guitarists. Think about Eddie Van Halen's Eruption. That's the power of the tapping arpeggio. It's a technique that can take your playing to a whole other level. Alright guys, that's it for today. We've covered a lot of ground, from tapping arpeggios to legato slides to harmonic sweeps to chromatic runs. I hope you learned something new today. Don't forget to comment below and let me know which trick you found most useful. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to check out my channel for more guitar tips.